Hi, my dear student. How are you? I hope you are fine. My name is Mr. Abdullah, and I'm going to concentrate or to teach you about civics in the area of the central government. My student, the end of this topic, you may understand, the concept of central government, the organ of the government, and also the component of each organ of government or the central government. So before going further, let us look some pictures so as you can identify yourself what is this. So pause. The first pictures is this. I think you know it. You get this picture? You get it? The second picture I want to mention is this one. This one is the second picture. And I'm going to show you another pictures. Another picture is that one. That one. Another picture. Another picture. That one. You see those pictures? Those pictures symbolize something. So, but I want you to guess what about those pictures. What is the meaning of those pictures? And why I mentioned those pictures. Let us finish other pictures. I can show you. This is the last one. And this is also the last one, or the last picture. All pictures are so important so as to cover our subject today. Let us go on. Before go back to this picture, let us go on to our main topics. Main topics is the central government. So may I ask you, what is the meaning of the central government? Who can mention? Who can tell us what is central government? Central government is the government which organize or have authorities of all the state. Did you get this? The central government had the authority of all the state. Therefore, some people say that the central government is the national or the central government. Is the national or the central government or the national government. So, can you mention any central government you know? Can you mention? Let us mention to you. There is a government of India, for example. There's a government of United Republic of Tanzania. There's a government of United States of America. There's a government of Kenya, or wherever. All of them are the central government. Can you add more other central government? You know? Can you guess it? Who can try to mention any sort of government in the area you know? So, from this incident, the power of the central government is to make sure all affairs of the peoples within the area, or within the state or the government. This picture showing how those leaders resemble the central government. Let us start from the first picture. The first pictures showing the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, the Speaker, and also the Chief Justice. Those pictures indicate the United Republic of Tanzania government. The other pictures showing the President of Zanzibar, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and also the Chief Justice in Zanzibar. And also these pictures also indicate the central government of Zanzibar. I hope this time now you get some information about what I mean before going further to this lesson. So, now let us look about another things concerning the central government. It is all about the arm of government. The central government comprises the arms. In other words, arm of government, we call it as organ of government. The main organ of government, I can tell you, So, first of all, I want to ask you, did you know any sort of organ of government? You've already learned organ of government when you were Form 1, when you were Form 2. You are Form 2 now. When you are Standard 6, you learn about it. Although you are learning in Kiswahili or whatever, but it's all about the organ of government. So can you mention any sort of organ of government? Thank you very much. The main organ of government, as I'm telling you, I can mention to you the main organs of government. The main organ of government from the central government. Here is central government. Here is central government. From the central government, we can say maybe this is central government. You can get from the central government, you can get what is called legislature. This is the first organ of government. But also, we have other things, other organ which is executives. Executives is also another organ of government. Another one, which is called, can you guess? Can you guess anyone? What is the last one? What is the last organ? So the last organ of government, we call it judiciary. Did you know it now? Therefore, the central government comprises three main organs. Comprises three main organs, which is legislature, the other one is executives, and the last one is judiciary. All of them are the main organ. All of them constituted to make the central government. Let us see from that picture. When you see the president, where the president is coming from? The president of Zanzibar came from what? Legislature, executive, or judiciary? Who can try to mention it? When you see the speaker of the House of Representatives in Zanzibar, where can you put? Can you put in legislature? Can you put in executives? Or you can put in judiciary? So now, my dear student, you can answer this question before the end of this lesson. Now, let us look about those three main organs of government. So let us start from the one, legislature. Legislature is one among the central government, among the organ of the central government. So this organ, the legislature, this organ mainly comprises of what? Of speaker. Comprised of speaker and others. And the others. So the leader or legislature is headed by someone called speaker. The speaker is the head of the legislature. The main function of legislature is to make law. The main function of legislature is to make laws. To make laws of the country. So any law, you know that, any law in the country is formulated under the organs called legislature. This is very important organs. It is concerning all affairs of the nation. All affairs of the nation comprises under this organ. This is very important organ in the country. So another things we can see through the executives. Executives also is another organ of government. So another organ of government called executives. But before going further to executives, let us see to the legislature. Legislature, another another component comprises of there is other one called the president, and also the National Assembly. National Assembly comprises those parliamentary seats or whatever. But the president is a member of the House of Representatives of the Parliament. You know, at that time, the president opened the Parliament, or inaugurated the Parliament, or the president also may close the Parliament. So, as I'm telling you, the second organ of government is executive. Executive comprise the president. Other things under executive is the cabinet. Can you tell the cabinet? The cabinet is another component under the executives. Another one is civil servant. All of them, the president, the cabinet, and the civil servant can be looking under executive. So another important thing here under executives, this organ is very important so as to make sure all affairs of the government, all affairs of the people are well maintained under this organ. So this organ may formulate many policies or program of development concerning the people, and therefore this organ has to make sure those facilities and those important things are also maintained under this organ. So let us see another organ of government which is called the, can you say what is the rest? Can you mention what is the rest organ? It is judiciary. Judiciary. So, the end of the lesson, you can tell me, the student, my dear student, you can tell me, who is the speaker from there, who is the executive, who is the president from there, and also who is judiciary headed from there. So under judiciary also is another very important organ in the central government. So under judiciary, it is headed also. It is headed by someone called Chief Justice. Can you say about Chief Justice? Can you spell Chief Justice? True. Thank you very much. So Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary. And the main function of judiciary is to interpret the law. All things concerning law, it is working under judiciary. So judiciary is very important organ of the government. So law is very important. Law is very important because it is concerned all things in the government, all the people affairs. For example, when you see someone maybe needing some right, it is controlled by the judiciary. So those important organs are very important. There is no government in this world without judiciary, without executives, and without also legislature. Those important things. I hope that you get this information. Another important thing, before going further, my dear student, can you tell me what those important leaders I have mentioned there are coming from? This is my question. Are coming from, whether they're coming from legislature, you can interpret yourself, whether coming legislature, whether or the executive or judiciary. Can you mention it? So, another things, after looking those important information about those legislature, executive or whatever, what are the main important? What are the main important of the central government? Is there any roles of central government or not? Is there any roles? Because I have mentioned to you many important things under central government. So can you express yourself? Can you tell me any role of the central government? I hope you know it. Who can try to tell me any role of the central government? without looking maybe legislature, executive, or judiciary. Just tell me any role of the central government as a whole. As a whole. You can tell me. So I may ask later. So, before going to finish my studies or my lecture today, I want to ask you some questions. Can you get the concept of the central government? So, can you tell me, the meaning? All of you, you can tell me, all of you. Can you tell me at least the meaning of central government? This is one. Secondly, can you mention any organ? Mention organ of what? Central government. Can you mention the organ of central government? And also the last one, please tell me, can you guess, what is the last question? What are the components? What are the components of any organ or each organ? Each organ of central government. This is main important point you have to understand before going to finish the studies. So you have to take it. You have to take it, those tasks, and do it at your home as your task today. So at the end of this part, I want to tell you that today we are just looking the idea or the concept of the central government. In other things, we are looking the organ, the main organ of the government, how government is formulated. Their main organ of government is three, as I've mentioned. But also, we are just looking the component of each organ of government, as far as you know. My dear student, please go and do those tasks I've mentioned in front of you. We can see next lesson. So, goodbye.